everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we are going to be making, I know y'all know, a little while back I made just a basic like a chocolate pie. I was trying to do a U-Crops pie. Well, I have tried different recipes for literally years, and one of my sweet followers, before it's over I will tell you her name, but she sent me the recipe. And it's a COPYCAT U-Crops pie. And Hannah Grace has been on me since last Sunday. Nan, when are you going to make that U-Crops pie? And I said, I will, honey. Well, I've been so busy with the campground and with everything going on at home. And then we've had some bad weather here, some storms. And today it's so dreary. And my whole body just reacts to that. So I put it off till today. And I had sent her a message last night and said, honey, Nan's going to make U-Crops pies. So she said, okay, so she'll be here wanting some. And I'm going to double the recipe. When I give you the recipe, I will write down for one single pie. But I know better than to make one pie in my family, because one pie will go with her. And then Pop will have none, and the rest of us will have none if I don't... if I don't get this done. So I'm going to put in, you're going to say, oh, Nan, that's a whole lot of sugar. I'm going by this recipe. Don't fuss at me. This is not for me, okay? This is going to make 2 pies, 9-inch pies, not deep dish, just 2 9-inch pies. And your pie shells will not be pre-baked. These are just right out of the pie crust paper here. I'm just using the I guess, what's it called, pie crust. This is just by Pillsbury, because when you get one of these, that's what it tastes like. It's made out of one of those. I don't mean to rattle on, but I'm going to put in this. That's 3 cups of sugar. Now remember, everything's going to be halved for you. I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of good Hershey's unsweetened cocoa. 1/2 cup. I'll just stir it with this. And I'm going to mix this with a little mixer just for a minute or two, because my hands aren't too good today. So, and my sugar's got a few clumps in it. I love to take my cocoa and mix it in with my sugar, because there's nothing worse than adding your liquids and that cocoa floating around on top. So I'm going to stir it in there real good. I'm going to put in a pinch of salt. Just a pinch of salt. And I've got 4 eggs here. Let me grab a fork real quick. Okay. And give these a good little whisk. Again, I'm going to say, remember, you are doing half this recipe, unless you want to make 2 pies. I'm going to put in all that goody stuff right there. Let me get all my egg out of there. You want every bit of that goodness right in your thing. Then I'm going to put in about 10 ounces, let me see, 10 ounces of, this is evaporated milk, okay? Evaporated milk, 10 ounces. Okay, up to 10. It's almost a full can. You've got a little bit left there, but I'm going to do it exactly the way that the recipe says. Because if this is the good U-Crops, this lady that sent it to me, Lord help me to remember her name. I will have to turn the camera off and look. She lives not too far from the U-Crops store. So she knows what she's talking about. When she sent me this recipe, she doesn't know. She sent us a gold mine, because my kids and grandchildren love this pie. Okay, now we're going to put in 1 stick of butter. Now remember, if you're halving this, and I've let it get soft, looky there. If you're halving this, you will half everything I'm put in there. Instead of a stick of butter, you will put in a half a stick. Instead of using 3 cups of sugar, you'll use 1.5 cups. You say, Nan, that's a lot of sugar. Listen to me. I'm not going to be eating this, okay? So don't be fussing at me. Really, I'm not going to be eating this. This is for my family. So, you know, I can't say, well, just cut down on the sugar. I've never made this COPYCAT Crops one before. So, I'm just going to say, okay, I've got to get that off there. Hang on a minute. That's my homemade vanilla, or one of my homemade vanillas. I always keep quarts of that. Now, let's put in, let me look at my little recipe I've wrote down here on a piece of paper. I put in, it says 3 teaspoons of vanilla per pie. So I'm going to put in 6 teaspoons. You say, Nan, why don't you add that up? I just didn't. It's all right. I've hurried up with everything else. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we've got in 2 9-inch pie shells. We've got 3 cups of white sugar for 2 pies now. And then 6 tablespoons, which came up to about 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. And just a 1/4 cup of butter per pie. So I put 1/2 cup in there. We've got 5 ounces each. 1 pie is 5 ounces evaporated milk. 2 pies is 10 ounces of evaporated milk. It's less than a full can, okay? It's about 12 ounces in a real can. And then we got 4 eggs, 2 per pie. And we got 6 teaspoons of vanilla. And that's 3 per pie. Now, I'm just, instead of me trying to whisk that a little bit with my hands, I'm just gonna turn this on low. I don't want to beat this. I just want to get it mixed together till it's all combined, okay? See if I can get that butter. Let me get the butter down off of the side. Make sure I get my eggs whisked in real good. Boy, it smells good. I have so many people ask me almost every day. Let me rinse these off a little bit. They ask me almost every day, Nan, where did you get your mixer? That mixer is a cordless KitchenAid mixer. I've had it a couple years, and I got it from QVC. Just go online at QVC and just type in KitchenAid cordless mixer, and it'll pull it up for you. That's clean. Okay. I'm going to set my pies on a cookie sheet here, okay? Now, these are just, I've set them out for a few minutes and let them get nice and thawed. You don't want to put this in a frozen, but you just want to let them thaw. These are going to be really full. That's why I didn't want to just try to get them in my oven, I would have totally made a mess. Let me get my little spatula here. Let's see who's about as full as it can be. They're both, as Mama used to say, they're right smart full, aren't they? If you had one of those little tiny pie crusts, you know, Lord, I used to do those individual chocolate pies. My sister-in-law used to do them for us all the time. Carol Ann, she was the greatest about making those little individual pies. Loved them. I don't think I can get much more into these without going over. But you know me, I'm no waster for sure. Now, let me situate them just a little bit. We're going to bake them about, I think it's about 45 to 50 minutes. Yeah, 45 to 50 minutes. Lord, say a prayer for me to be able to lift these and get them into the oven. Lord Jesus, please help me. Oh. Okay. 45 minutes, we're going to start checking it, okay? We don't want the pies to be, don't overbake them. No matter what, don't overbake them. They might look just a little bit jiggly right in the center at about 45 to 50 minutes, but take them out, let them totally cool, and that's when they totally firm up and everything, okay? Okay, I've got a fine taste tester here. Willow. I put it in a 350-degree oven, and it stayed in there. The recipe said 45 to 50 minutes, and that's what it done. It stayed in 50 minutes. That's what it did. When I looked at it and got it out, I thought, well, you know, it says don't overbake it, but looky there. Willow's going to try it, and I'm going to try a bite too, because I want to see if it tastes exactly like you crops. Okay? So, you got your Ready Whip over here?
Yes.
She's going to put a little Ready Whip on here for her. You know what? I didn't even get a picture with the Ready Whip, Willow. So go at it, girl.
I'm so excited.
Ooh, she got a big bite. Well, she didn't get it all in there. I don't know. That was baked for 50 minutes, but I might back it off a little bit. Does it taste like you crops?
So, what's that?
That's the one Aunt Crystal brings. I think I would back off at a 350-degree oven. I would back it off to a good 35 to 40 minutes and check it, okay? Because I felt like it was maybe just a little bit overdone. Now, I went exactly by the recipe. And I want to thank Pam Willman, W-I-L-L-M-A-N. Pam was the one that shared this recipe with me. And so
that's really good, guys.
Willow knows all about it, don't she? Does it taste a little bit like you crops?
Yeah, but probably cook it less. But it's still really good.
Bake it a little less. I went by exactly what the recipe said. And it said don't overbake. Well, daggone. I did what the recipe said. So if you get, I've already got my recipe unless I change it. I've already got the recipe ready for Willow to post this. And it will say 45 to 50 minutes. But I might just try to put a little note in there. Y'all gonna have to read. I can't, as I said before, I buy you books and send you to school and you still don't know nothing. That's what my brother used to tell me. But I mean, I give you a video, I give you a recipe, and you still want to know why we do this, or are you sure you put a stick of butter in that? Well, watch the video. You'll see me put a stick of butter in. You know? So just, I think it's a little bit overdone. That's just the truth. But, and I won't let that happen again. Won't let it happen again. Next time I make it for them, it will definitely, I'm going to take a bite because I know what you crops taste like. Willow, she don't pay no attention. She just eats it. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for your blessings. And pray, God, you'll bless this food to nourish our bodies, God, and our bodies to do your work and tell others about you. We love you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Let's take a bite here now. Well, if I can.
Crunchy. Kind of like a pie crust.
Okay, you know me. I'm going to critique. Too much sugar. I think this is not as close probably as the last one I did. Crops is not that sweet. So I used 3 cups of sugar in these 2 pies. And I'm putting the recipe on there for you all for 1 pie. And it calls for 1.5 cups of sugar. You probably can get by with 1 cup. 1 1.25, 1 and a dash or whatever. So if they don't watch the video to know what's going on, they're not going to know what I'm telling them. But no, I think it needs to be baked at the most 45 minutes. I'd say probably 35 to 40 minutes. It's not you crops. I'm sorry. It's not. But those people that love chocolate pie will love this pie, okay? Now, I was trying to think. Hang on just a second. Let me grab my recipe. Okay. Willow likes it anyway, but she's like me. It's not you crops. You can use a pie shell or whatever. You can replace that sugar that's in this with a sugar replacement. You know, if it's Swerve or whatever, you can replace that. I'd say 1 cup at the most. Maybe even back off a little bit from that if you're just doing 1 pie. You add the unsweetened cocoa and the 1/4 cup of butter's good. The 5 ounces of evaporated milk. Evaporated milk don't have a load of carbs in it or no sugar or anything like that, so you're good there. The 2 eggs is good, and the vanilla is good. So you can make this. The only thing it's going to put you some carbs in is the crust, okay? And I'm going to look right here and see how many carbs that one of these crusts have. Now, this is a Pillsbury, and it says 1 gram of sugar for a serving, and it says 16 servings in this pie. So 1 gram of sugar and 9 carbs per slice. 9 carbs per slice. So you could make this and 1 gram of protein. Okay. You could make this and just have a small slice, like, and I'm going to show you. I mean, a lot of people, they just don't get they think when they make something like this, oh, I did it the right way, so I can eat a half a pie. Wrong. Wrong. So, look at there. That, I'm going to slide it out. That would be what I would consider a serving, a small serving for a diabetic. This thing should have 16 slices in it. Think of it like that. You can still have that little bit of crust and have a few carbs, but replace the sugar and the rest of it you're good with. So you can make this lighter if you want to. Well, I'm going to go. Want y'all to know that we love you so very much. We appreciate you watching, and I'm thankful that we have sweet followers that thought of me and thought I'm going to send her. She's wanting that U-Crops pie, and I'm going to send this to her. I might try it again, not on a video, but I might try it again and cut down on the sugar or do sugar replacement, and definitely not bake it 35 minutes. I'd be checking it, okay? There was no jiggling going on when I pulled it out of the oven at 45 to 50 minutes. So, okay, I'm not going to repeat that again. I've done as the old saying goes, beat that dead horse to death. Yeah. So I want y'all to know we love you and we appreciate you, and how very much the good Lord loves you, okay? This video will come out probably next week, or tomorrow, or whatever. I don't know. I guess Saturday or whatever one it will.
Yeah.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
It'll come out tomorrow on Saturday. So we love you, and we hope you have a blessed week, okay? And don't ever forget how much God loves you, okay? Remember that if you don't remember nothing else. Lord willing, we'll see you again. Bye-bye.